Hello, everybody. It's been quite a while since I have done a wine tasting on here, and so I thought I would kind of get back in the groove and do a tasting. And I'm going to taste something that I've never had before. Don't even know what this is going to taste like. I will just tell you that it's a Portuguese white wine, but I'll talk more about that in just a second. Fall is on us. It's Thursday night. It's going to get down to frost area here in Marietta tonight. I just started my fire outside in the fire pit. It's looking pretty good. And as soon as I get done with doing this wine tasting, I'm going to mosey out there and park myself down there for the evening. I have had one of the best days in a long time today, and it's just an exciting day, and I have enjoyed it, and I've extended an invitation to anybody who happens to be out this way if they want to stop by and have a glass of wine by the fire pit tonight. So, okay, let's get back in the swing of things. Tonight we're going to do a Portuguese white wine. Here's the bottle, and of course, as usual, everything is backwards. I know nothing about this wine, nothing whatsoever. The label says the name of the vineyard is Desejo, Desejo. All it says is that it's a white wine. It's got very, very, very low alcohol by volume. It's only a 10% alcohol by volume. I have never had this wine before. I joined a different wine club, a new wine club, and I got my first shipment in a couple of days ago, and this wine came with the new shipment. So we'll see how it goes. Let me just say that when I poured the wine, something struck me as really peculiar. It's not a sparkling wine, but yet it does have a little bit of spritz to it, a little bit of bubbles in it. They dissipated very quickly, but when I poured it, you could see the bubbles almost like a very diluted, a very weak bubbly or champagne or something like that. So I'm kind of curious to see what this is going to taste like. I will tell you that it's been an interesting few weeks for me, and I'm really kind of glad to get back into the wine tasting, and I hope to get back into the uke playing and recording on Marietta Uke Player also. All right, let's get back to this. So I'm looking at it, and the color is very standard for a white wine. Speaking of color of white wine, I went to a winery called Benefield Winery, and I had a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc, and it was a copper-colored Sauvignon Blanc. And I had said to the winemaker, and I said, I've never had a white wine, particularly a Sauvignon Blanc, that it was this dark in color. And I said, it's my assumption that you kept the wine on the skins for a very long time. And he indicated that, yes, that is correct. They had macerated the skins for an extended period of time, thus the golden color. But this Portuguese wine is more of a traditional white wine color. Maybe I would say it's equivalent to a straw color. I have never tried this. I don't know how it's going to taste or how it's going to smell. I will tell you that I poured too much in my glass, so I'm having a little bit of trouble swirling it, and it'll be just my luck that I will spill it. The wine has nice viscosity. The legs are pretty nice, so we'll see how this goes. So I've got the esters pulled up. Let me see what we get here as far as taste, or smell, I'm sorry. Aroma, bouquet, whatever you get with your nose, and of course if you have a Riley nose, you get a lot, trust me. All right, well, my first sniff was, I'm not drinking a Portuguese wine, I'm drinking a Sauvignon Blanc wine. It is citrusy. There is no doubt about it. And if I was doing a blind tasting, before I tasted it, just on the aroma, I would say this is an Australian or a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. It's citrusy with a hint toward lemon. Not a lot of melon in it, but very lemony. So, interesting. And it's a Portuguese wine. I wish I knew more about this wine. I may have to do some research on it. It has the region in Portugal that this wine was made. I believe it's the region. It says Vinho Verde, DOC. DOC is generally an indicator of the region where the wine was produced. Everything on the back is in Portuguese. Well, most of it. There's a little bit of English on the back, but it's mostly Portuguese. Okay, it says that it's got citrus, freshness, and nice minerality with bright fruit and floral aromas, just perfect for lighter dishes or on its own as your new craveable white wine. All right, well, you know what? That could also extend to Sauvignon Blanc. So, all right, Wayne, let's give it a taste here and see what you got. You already know that it smells like a Sauvignon Blanc. It looks like a Sauvignon Blanc. It's, but it's not. It's a Portuguese wine with very low alcohol. All right, here we go. I gotta taste this again. Something's different here. I don't know what to say. It smells like a Sauvignon Blanc. It tastes nothing remotely close to a Sauvignon Blanc. In a way, it's kind of chalky, maybe, bitter, maybe, but it's not bitter. But it's certainly not a sweet wine. It's definitely a dry wine. I think I'm going to use the word mineral tasting. Even though I did read that on the back of the wine bottle, I would have still picked up that nuance that this kind of feels like that these vines may have been planted on rocky shale or rocky chalk-like soils, and it has definitely leached into the vines the mineral taste. It's quite an unusual flavor. I just wish I could put a little bit of a comment on the taste. I'm not equating it to anything other than rockiness, chalkiness, mineral, but in a very, very, very pleasant way. Now, let me just add a little caveat here. This is the first time I've ever had a white Portuguese wine. This will not be the last time I have a white Portuguese wine. I am going to go searching out some more white Portuguese wines. This is a very, very nice wine. I know I won't be able to find this one probably, but I'm hoping if I can find one from the same DOC or the same region, a white Portuguese wine, I'm sure that it should taste very similar. So that could be an indication of something that you folks could do too, is look for a white Portuguese wine. I don't really know what else to tell you other than it says Vinho Verde. I don't know what that means. I think verde might mean green if I'm not mistaken. I don't know that for sure. But in any event, there's my slow connection indicator again. I really, really, really enjoy this wine. I'm looking forward to sitting outside by my fire tonight on these crisp nights. I'm going to put a coat on and sit out there and enjoy this new wine that I found. And I will keep you posted on whether or not I can find some white Portuguese wines from this region in a future podcast on Wayne's World of Wine. I'm also going to do a little research on this wine to see what region it's from in Portugal, so that will help me when I go to look for wines. Let me just say that it's very nice to be back. It's been a long time since I've been on here. Roxanne, I see you just checked in. Let me just say that I'm getting ready to sign off, but it's been a very short podcast, so if you want to go back, Cindy and David have been on here since the beginning, but if you want to go back and watch it, it's kind of an interesting podcast. It's a white Portuguese wine. Well, listen, everybody, I'll try to get back in the habit of doing this, these wine podcasts. I have missed them tremendously, and I kind of feel like that I'm learning more when I do these podcasts on wines. So, and hopefully I'm imparting a little bit of information to you folks too. I'm also not giving up an idea of doing podcasts that are not just tastings, but other aspects of the viticulture, collecting, drinking, everything to do with wine. Well, listen, thank you all very much, and please try and find a white Portuguese wine well, I lost the connection there. I don't know how much I lost, but I started to say that try to find a white Portuguese wine, and if you find one, taste it, and let me know what it tastes like. I'd be curious to see, and I'm going to do some research. Well, listen, thank you all very much, and I will see you the next time I'm on here. Take care now. Bye.